What's going on YouTube? Modeling that back at you with next part in the Kingfisher build. So it might look like things are all together, but just doing some test fitting here. Uh, as of tonight though, I do have the horizontal stabilizers and the elevators all in. So those have a nice little cant to them, as you can see there. Let's see if I can lock that in so it's in focus, but yeah, really like how that looks on this aircraft and stuff like that. It'll be nice just sitting with that little bit of deflection. So yeah, pretty cool. Outside of that, there is a little bit of trimming that I had to do to the part down here in the bottom. Let me grab a pencil so big finger isn't in the way. This piece right here had to kind of lightly sand on this side just to get everything to line in, but to be honest, everything fitment wise and stuff like that, all the seams are pretty good. Like there's a little push that'll have to happen to get it to bite and things like that, but that's really not going to be too big of an issue at all to really get in and in place. So pulling this thing on apart, kind of show you where I'm at this point. I've basically got everything to the point at which it is ready to go back in for paint. So I have all of the parts here on this upper surface here. All of those are into place, ready to go back into paint for at least what needs to be the interior green. So there's that. Obviously the pilot seat, that was I think shown once before, but that's all ready to go back again into paint just to kind of do a second coat, touch up any spots that need touching up. On the interior of the aircraft, went ahead and got all of the details that needed to be green on the sides. So got those into place, got all of the mounts for the radio equipment, things like that, ready to go. On the other side, similar situation. Things like all of the controls up here on the front, on both sides, I'm waiting to paint separately, and then I'll be putting those in, especially anything that had to do with photo etch. For the most part, I do need to put a piece of photo etch up on the rudder pedals here, but nothing too crazy. Overall, this thing goes together fairly well. There's a few parts like here, it just kind of feels like the part doesn't fit right. However, once I added just a little bit of the weld action glue, it softened up the plastic and got it to snap in just fine for that there. So, yeah. As you can see, obviously there are some ejector pins on the inside, but as you've seen from the start, you're not going to really be able to get your head around to see them or anything like that. So, outside of that, like I said, I have pretty much everything ready to go. Let me grab my instrument panels and stuff like that. So I have all of these ready to go. What is really nice, I don't believe I showed it before, but all of the little switches for this control panel are actually on that. I had to actually split this piece back apart because I got a little bit too far ahead of myself. And yeah, all of the knobs and dials, stuff like that. So also have the T handle here on that. So everything's pretty much ready to go on that now. I've gotten most of the items off of it that needed to go onto the aircraft before painting. So yeah, I think now we're going to be starting into paint here within the next couple of days and really getting this interior buttoned up and then get everything kind of sealed up with some crystal clear PVA. That way I can take the canopies back off to finish detail painting anything, and most likely going to be posing this with the canopies in the open position. So that'll be definitely really great to see once that's all in place. So any questions, comments, definitely post them down below, and I'll catch you in the next one. Later.